Across Illinois, county courts have used millions of dollars from bond payments to fund segments of the legal system.
And next month, when the SAFETY Act takes effect, those bond payments get eliminated. News 8's Jenna Webster explains how Rock Island County is trying to figure out the financial impact of this change. It's our top story tonight at 6.
As it stands now, if a person gets arrested, it's common for a judge to set a cash bail they must pay in order to be released while the case is pending. That payment is held until the end of the criminal case. And in the event of a conviction, the court may order a number of fines, fees, and assessments to be paid, which are often paid for from that bond payment.
You know, the fine amount, the judicial security, it could be the law library fee, it could be court automation, dock storage, clerk fee, etc.
An Illinois Supreme Court task force gathered data from 96 of the state's 102 counties, finding that in 2016, bond payments processed and dispersed in criminal cases totaled $154.7 million. In 2021, for 95 counties, it was $83.1 million. Let's look specifically at Rock Island County in 2021, where the total bond payments applied was just over $1.4 million. To break down where that money went, half was applied to court order fees, 10% to fines and restitution payments, and the remaining 40% was refunded back to the person who paid the bond.
And those are all statutory fees that we set up in our system and are created through the legislature or through the Illinois Supreme Court.
Tammy Weichert is the Rock Island County Circuit Clerk. Her office is in charge of collecting and managing those payments. With the elimination of cash bail, the majority of those payments will still be made. They just won't be applied from an upfront bond payment. What will change is the 10% bond processing fee her office retains. In 2016, that was nearly $230,000, and about $100,000 less in 2021. Money that right now goes into its general fund.
It takes staff to manage the automation, manage the accounting, manage that money.
But money that gets eliminated.
There's too many unknowns yet to determine what the financial impact is going to be to the county.
That's because over the last few years, the amount of revenue that's brought in has changed, in part because of the pandemic and a backlog of cases.
I'd like to make sure that the fees that we're bringing in are about equal to the cost for our staff for those salaries. At this point, I'm just going to monitor it and make adjustments or recommendations based on how I see those fees coming in.
So at this time, what the financial impact is going to be, Weichert can't say. Her focus is on making sure her office is following the new direction of the law. In Rock Island, Jenna Webster, WQAD News 8.
Now in 2021, 8 of our hometown county circuit clerk's officers were able to collect more than $300,000 in those bond processing fees that are being eliminated. Knox and Henderson counties did not disclose their financial data in the report.